So I'm Norm Jackson, past recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Chamber Lifetime Achievement Award. And I have had the pleasure of knowing this year's recipient, Pudge Bawa, for over 20 some odd years, and most of it with his work with the Cowichan District Hospital Foundation.
I was on the hospital board, and one of my jobs was major fundraising. And Pudge would call and say, Denise, could you come out to the office? Yearly, he would call. And yearly, I would go out to Pudge's office, and we'd have a great little visit. And I would leave with a check. And not many companies did that then, you know. And it was a very meaningful thing that he took the time to have somebody pop out and pick it up. After a few years of that, I thought to myself, you know, he'd make a great board member. I just thought, oh, this will be great. So I asked him if he was interested, and he was. And he joined our board, and he was able and willing, and he made a great, great board member.
As a young boy, I remember asking my dad, why do so many people call our home looking to help getting a job? He replied, it's difficult for newcomers to the area to find work. Dad would invite them over to the house and have a chat with them about what they wanted to do. Then he would call out to his network of friends in the valley to help them get started out and establish themselves into the community. It was important for him to know that everyone was able to look after their own families and be part of the community.
My name is Dave Mayo. It's an honor to speak on behalf of myself and the Paul D.C. Temple regarding Pudge Bawa and his Lifetime Achievement Award. Okay, I'm going, as far as we're concerned, you could not have picked a better candidate for this. When one mentions the Paul D.C. Temple, not only people think about pioneers like my grandfather Mayo Singh, Goman Singh, but also Pudge Bawa. He has been and is still one of the main pillars that protects, preserves, and helps the Paul D.C. Temple to progress.
I often attend functions at the Paul D.C. Temple, and through others like Pudge, I'm accepted and feel welcome. He has a quiet way of expressing his thoughts and ideas. I find him to be one of the ones who keep things running in a smooth, gentle way. He's a hardworking, caring person who cares about others, and he's involved himself in the local community.
Dad has a strong love for the Cowichan Valley. For years, he helped fundraise for local sports teams, sponsoring local teams and events. He spent many years as a director of the Cowichan District Hospital Foundation and a lifetime of volunteering at the Paul D.C. Temple. I can remember when I was a teenager, I asked my dad why he didn't move when a career opportunity came up. He said, why would I want to live anywhere else? This is God's country. There are plenty of opportunities here in the Cowichan Valley. This is our home.
My name is Tara Benham, and I'm a tax partner at Grant Thornton. I feel very honored to have been asked to say a few words about our lifetime achiever, Pudge Bawa. So Pudge has been a client of Grant Thornton for the last 30 years and my client for 18 years. And every single time I see him, he makes me smile. His focus is always at first on how I'm doing before we talk about him.
A friend of mine said to me one day, the true sense of giving is when you do something nice for someone and they don't know that you've done it. And that to me epitomizes what Pudge Bawa is. And he has done that, not only, you know, being a community man and giving without, you know, being recognized and not wanting to be recognized, very humble individual, but he also epitomizes what the community is about. It's, you know, he's employed people. He has been a huge part of that with his company, he and his family. But he is a family man. And I've had the pleasure of giving his grandsons golf lessons. And, you know, he is just so proud of his daughter and his son. And again, you just can't, you know, that doesn't just happen. It's, that speaks volumes about the individual.
I think that the best thing I can do to describe Pudge would be I took the alphabet. I sat down one night and I took the alphabet and I went through the alphabet and I decided that was a good way of describing what I thought of Pudge. And this is the way it came. He was athletic, he was able, he was attentive, he was benevolent, he was caring, he's dedicated, he's energetic, he's fair, he's generous, He's honest, he's inspiring, he's kind, he's loyal, and he's a leader. He's nice, he's optimistic, he's personable, he's quiet. I'm not. He's reliable, he's a sportsman, he's trustworthy, unselfish, valuable, and wise.
He's always been there for advice and help whenever you need him. We've spent many, many hours on Friday afternoons in his office going over things and how to get things done. But you sure know when he didn't like what you had to say, as he would put both his lips together and his eyes squintless glare at you like this.
One fond memory of a pleasant sunny day when several of us were standing outside the Pudge temple, casually chatting with each other, while several young children were having fun chasing each other on the lawn under the flagpole. Pudge came over to me and said quietly, "Doesn't this remind you of the old days?" Pudge remembers and works to keep things running in a kind, friendly way.
So I could tell you many stories, but there's one in particular that really represents to me who Pudge is and why he deserves this award. So this story is from 2019 when I was the director of finance for the BC Summer Games. So there were 3,000 student athletes. They were coming to the community to participate. And they needed to be housed and fed and transported for 3 days. And all of this was going to be done by volunteers. So think about this, 3,000 athletes needing to be transported to more than 30 venues, all at different times. So this would involve creating the 4th largest transit system in BC out of nothing, and all with volunteers. And not with just any volunteers, we needed volunteers who could drive school buses, which of course takes a Class 2 driver's license, and there aren't that many people out there. So we were in desperate need, and in fact, quite a panic that we simply weren't going to be able to get this job done. So knowing that Pudge worked in the trucking industry meant he knew a lot of people who had the right type of driver's license. I put a call into him and explained the situation. Pudge said that he'd do what he could and started working his contacts. He contacted retired partners, his current staff, and pretty much anybody else in the industry that he knew might fit the bill. And within days, he had found us an additional 20 drivers.
The neat thing about Pudge is that you really never knew he was there, but his contributions at the end just came to the forefront, and phenomenal.
Once again, Uncle Pudge, congratulations, well deserved, and all the best health for you and your family. Also, never forget, Pudge, that we are all here for you. If you ever need us or your family, please do not hesitate to call us.
Pudge, I wanted to say thank you from the community for all that you have done. The jobs that you have created, the positive things that you have done for the Cowichan Valley, Vancouver Island, and British Columbia. You have a lifetime of achievement, and you are truly deserving of this reward. Congratulations.
Pudge has worked long and hard for many a year, and he has left his company in great hands. And I haven't forgotten 2 of the roles that I think are really most important in speaking about Pudge, and that is his role as a husband to Harjeet and as a great dad to Anita and Rajin.
On behalf of my mother and the entire family, I wanted to say how proud we are of your accomplishments. Congratulations on being awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award. Thank you.